Hi there, Russell Stratton, President and Leadership Champion with Blue Gem Learning. I work with organisations just like yours to help managers improve individual and team performance to get even better results for your business. The topic I'd like to come back to today is this concept of leading from the middle, which I've spoken about briefly before. Middle managers in an organisation are in a unique position. They are stuck bang slap in the middle of the organisation. They have senior management above them, they have their employees and teams below them, and to either side they have their peers and co-workers, and then externally consultants, customers, and there they are stuck in the middle. So one of the things that you think about, a challenge that this brings us, is how do we leverage the influence and power that we have? And how well do we understand the political landscape we're working in? So one of the things for us to think about is, are we a shark or are we a lamb? What does that mean, Russ, I hear you say? Well, what I'm looking at is if we think about two axes on a graph, you've got power on one side, that is how much power legitimately that you have, either positional or personal, and how political your organisation is. As some of you will realise, you work in organisations that are fairly benign. In other organisations, you work in a very politically charged organisation. People are jockeying for position, it's a little more cutthroat. So depending upon what sort of organisation you work in, talks about what sort of approach you may need to take. So if we think about this where you perhaps have low power or perceive you have low power, and you're learning in a fairly, non-political environment, then it's a little bit like being a deer in the forest. You can happily go about your day, trotting around, fairly comfortable, but knowing that at any time, anything around you may be a danger to you. If you're working in an organisation where you have little political power, but it is a high political organisation, then in some ways you become more like a lamb. You're open to the slaughter. Anybody around you is going to come in and gobble you up. If we sort of flip that over and think about, what if I have a high power? I have a lot of status in the organisation, I have a lot of influence, but it's low in terms of its political nature, then we're like the animal, like a bear. We are very powerful, we're very strong, and in some ways we have the responsibility to be more protective than we do to be aggressive. If we're sitting in our last sort of quadrant that we come into, is what about if we're an organisation where we do feel that we have that personal and positional power, but we're in that very high political environment? And really our thoughts in there is that there we're acting more in terms of being the shark in the organisation as the top of the food chain. We have to be a lot more assertive in our behaviour because the danger is all around us and we need to be able to assert ourselves. So just a bit of analysis for you to think about yourself and your own organisation. Are you low politics, low power, more like a deer? Are you low power but high politics and more in danger like a lamb? Are you the shark of the organisation, high power in a highly political charged organisation? Or are you more of that protective bear, lots of power but low politics to worry about? If you bear that in mind before we come to our next vlog, when we can look about how we can leverage the different types of power, it's going to hold you in good stead. If you like this vlog, like to learn more, then make sure you tune in next time and click the subscribe button underneath. Otherwise, I'll see you on the other side.